Hello and welcome to another little series which I call Music Theory 101. In this series we're going to talk about some of the basics of notation, and the first thing we're going to look at is staff lines. Now when you are presented with a staff, there are three things that are always there: the clef, the meter, and the 5 horizontal staff lines, which we are going to look at today. Now the staff lines are where you write the actual notes, and each line and each space indicates a bass note. Now it should be said that bass note is sort of my own term. The thing is that in Danish we have the term stamtone, but there's no translation for it in English. The most direct translation would be bass note, but for obvious reasons it may be confused with bass notes, but it's bass notes and not bass notes. So yeah. You might also call it notes without accidentals, but that would just be confusing if you don't know what accidentals are. The bass notes are on a piano symbolized by the white keys, meaning the 7 bass notes are C, D, E, F, G, A, and lastly and most confusingly, B if you are English schooled, or H if you are European schooled. However, I personally, being European schooled, prefer actually B, and you see more and more Europeans move over to using B instead of H just because it's more simple that way. Moving on, you can hear the higher the notes are in the staff lines, the higher the tone is. Meaning, for an example, a C down here is lower than an A up here. But clock, I hear you cry, what about those lines that are outside of the staff lines? Those are called ledger lines and are used for notes either lower or higher than what the staff lines can show. Then what about those unused staff lines, you might ask? Well, they are actually the same bass notes again, just higher. And to understand that, you need to understand the idea of octaves. Every 8th note is the same, just higher. Meaning you can, for an example, have a C down here and a C up here. That's also why, if you are familiar with the looks of a piano, we have the same pattern over and over again. It's different octaves. And if I was to explain how it works, well, I'd have to go in and talk about wave physics, overtones, and just generally give everyone a headache, so we're going to skip that. And that's basically it about staff lines. Now it is worth noting that these positions of the bass notes are only true in this clef, but that is something we are going to talk about another day. For now, I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe so you can follow along when more comes, and comment if you have any questions. Goodbye.